the concert. This is Sai Kulwanthoul. So I showed tribals, and now a Christmas carol and a symphony orchestra in a village. And this is the space that was barren before. Next slide, please. This shows Buddhist monks on Buddha Purnima. So Christians, here they are Buddhists. Next slide, please. This shows a choir from Nigeria. And all this is happening in a hall built by Mr. Kulwant Roy, now known as Sai Kulwant Hall. And for years and years to come, the whole world will gather there, and for a good purpose. And that was the kind of good work that Mr. Roy did. To conclude, in our tradition it is said that latent within us is the power of the Atman or divine. If that power can be tapped, much can be done. And the problem is how to tap it. Actually, we have two powers. One is that of the mind, other is that of the Atman, which is supposed to be synonymous with our heart. Heart is just a symbol. The mind is capable of doing all sorts of things. Mind has got enormous power. I mean, if you are able to land a craft in Mars and get a data out of it, it's an incredible achievement. There are any number of things. But as a writer, Eric Schlosser wrote recently, it's a book he took 6 years to write. It's all about nuclear weapons. And he says he's looking only at America. At one time, before the first SALT treaty was signed, between the Soviet Union and America, there was 70,000 nuclear weapons, and all of them were far more deadly than the hydrogen atom bomb dropped on Hiroshima. 70,000, 32,000 with the US, 38 with the USSR. And of course now the numbers have come down, but this man has done a deep study of how these people manage these weapons in peacetime. It turns out that there are been many accidents, and it is God's grace that they didn't turn out to be disastrous. On many occasions they could have exploded and created a problem. He talks of one occasion where a plane broke in midair and the hydrogen bomb fell. It has a pressure switch, and it is set to what you call go on when the plane comes to a certain, so that the bomb comes to a certain height above the ground, because the bomb is to explode not on the ground, just above at the right height, so that the shock wave will create maximum damage. Luckily the pressure switch failed because of battery failure. If that had happened, the whole of the east coast of America would have been destroyed. It's a very powerful bomb. And this was 10 days after Kennedy took power. In those, I mean, World War might have started. And then Robert McNamara, I'm telling all this because Mr. Rasgotra is here and you should know this. And then McNamara didn't know about this at that time. Later on it was reported. He found to his horror there were no what you call safety locks, and he included the idea of codes for each bomb and the authorization coming from the president and all that. And this Eric Schlosser, this book is called Command and Control, documents dozens of this, including one that happened just 2 years ago or 1 year ago. And he makes a very prophetic statement there. That is what I'm driving at. He says humans create very complex system, but they don't know how to control it. And they don't know how to control it because they are using the mind. The only way to control it is to go back to the heart. And how do we tap this power of the heart? And here, I would like to tell a story which is in the Jewish tradition that gives the secret of how to tap that power. The story goes like this. A father was telling his son about good and bad and said, "Son, in every mind there are two wolves that are always fighting. One of these wolves is good and the other is bad." The father paused and the son asked, "Dad, of these two wolves, which is the one that wins eventually?" The father smiled and replied, "Son, that depends on which wolf is fed and which wolf is starved." I think it's not very complicated, you will agree. Thank you for your patience, and I really am happy to be here. Mr. Rai, I have kept my promise. I made a deal with him, I'll stick to the time, and I think I have.
Thank you very much, sir. for your insightful and inspiring thoughts from nature and from science. The stories and lessons that you've shared with us today should not just stay here but spread wider through each one of us. On behalf of the ILM family, I once again thank you very much for your words of wisdom. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. God bless you all. Jai Sai Ram.
हम सब